What's up guys, it's me Jake here, and today I'm going to be talking about a sports manga / anime that doesn't get nearly as much hype as it really deserves, and that is Ace of Diamonds or Ace of the Diamond. Now, the thing about this anime / manga is you might be talking to yourself saying, well, I don't like baseball, why should I like this series? Well, if you want my opinion, I really don't like baseball as well. In real life, I really don't enjoy watching baseball. I can play baseball and I do enjoy it a little bit. I feel like playing it's definitely better than watching it. But with this anime / manga, it's a very different kind of feel than a normal baseball game because it's very realistic in some parts and it's very unrealistic at other parts. Some unrealistic factors that I don't like about this is how pitchers pitched all 9 innings and they pitch every game. That's definitely not realistic, but that's one of the major unrealistic factors. Most of the other realistic factors are actually pretty interesting that most manga and / anime that are sports related don't really go through, and if they do, it's not as major. Now, when I talk about this, I'm talking about like injuries and like mental game and how it really can just affect a player. But to just talk about this series, I kind of need to give it a little bit of a synopsis. So I'll tell you like, the main cast of characters, which is Sawamura, Furyu, Haruchi, Tojo, Kanemaru, Miyuki, Shirasu, Kuramuchi, Meizono, Tetsuyuki, Jin, Ryusuke, Tamba, and Chris. Those are the main characters, and then Coach Katauka, I think, Katauka. It's a really hard pronunciation, but basically this team is a baseball team in high school, which Sawamura is the first year, so with Furyu, that's his like, kind of like, what's it called, rival? I don't know why rival took me a second, but it's his rival throughout this story. Now, Sawamura is not automatically one of the best pitchers ever. He's actually not that great of a pitcher right off the bat. The reason he got picked up was because of his potential. His potential is because his fastball is not just a regular fastball, it's actually a moving fastball, which you see really has a real big importance for Sawamura's character. That most of his pitches are moving pitches, which is something that goes along throughout the whole entire story. So it's really interesting to see this, and this follows the team Saito as they try to get to nationals and win it all. Now this is a team that has been through everything. These third years have worked their butt off. When they came in first year, the third years are Tetsuyuki, Jin, Ryusuke, Tamba, and Chris, by the way. When they came in their first year, they were called the worst year, and they were just destined to fail. But these third years, when they were in their first year, they worked their butt off, and now they're one of the best players. They're some of the best players out there. And the second years are no different. Kuramuchi and Miyuki are very talented. And oh yeah, I forgot to say Kawakami, who is also a pitcher. He's a sidearm pitcher, and he's also plays a very important role. And first years, Sawamura, Haruchi, Furyu, all of them really play good roles. But basically, this team is kind of an underdog, but not really because of how much their players have worked to get there. But Miyuki is kind of just a genius. And basically we follow Sawamura as he tries to learn from his teammates onto how to get better and how to get this ace role, because his dream is to become an ace of his team, win nationals, and become the best pitcher ever, basically. He just wants to be the ace. He always wants to be on the mound. He always strives to be on that mound. So he gets kind of complacent. Not like he doesn't work, but he definitely does work, but he doesn't, not complacent, but he kind of plateaus for a second and doesn't get really that much better, even though he's working really hard, until he meets Chris, who's one of his teammates, who used to be such a good catcher, but now he got injured and he can't really catch as well. He can't be a catcher anymore because of his major injuries, who has taught him a lot about himself and his pitches, and he gets better throughout the story and tries to learn more from Chris and take Chris's inspiration and get better. Now, the thing about this story is, like I said earlier, it goes through very important things in real life sports that don't get really talked about in other sports, such as injuries, which is going to be what I talk about first. This actually has some major injuries, and it's not like that's unrealistic. This actually brings in realistic injuries that people can play through, and they do, but they don't play as good, or people that can't play, they make it so players can't play because of these injuries. Such as Tanba, he gets pretty injured pretty early on. I think it's a shoulder injury, and he's a pitcher, so that's very important. So, no, it's a head injury, I think. He gets hit in the head with a baseball, yes. Sorry, it's been a while since I watched the first season, so I can't really remember too much, but I definitely do say you should watch this. But basically, he gets injured for like the whole entire tournament to get into nationals, and that basically puts all the pressure on Sawamura, Furyu, and Kawakami to pitch as well as they can because he is their ace, and it just shows how much they actually put realistic factors. Also, at one point, Sawamura choked a game, and it was a very important game. And the thing about this is he didn't just get up and be all himself and think, it's fine, I'm going to be the best pitcher ever, and become very lighthearted about it. He actually took it really hard. He took this so hard. It took him like 20 episodes just to come back from it. He couldn't play baseball anymore. He had something that just made it so he was depressed. He felt like he was just dragging the team down because of this. He was too scared to do his famous pitch, which is a pitch to the inside, because he thought he would choke it again, so he just kept pitching it to the outside, even when Miyuki was telling him to pitch into the inside, which you don't see in much sports anime/manga. You don't see a main character or one of the main cast get depressed because of a mistake they made and not be able to bounce back for a really long time. And the reason he bounced back is because Miyuki helped him by making him pitch the inside sometimes, and they worked, and he kept getting better at switching them up, and he became a better pitcher through his mistake and through his depression through that little time period, which is something that isn't shown in most other sports anime and manga, which I want to just put out there, because yes, this manga isn't technically physically in volumes in English, it's in digital volumes right now, but I definitely think that even if you just read scans, it's not printed in English, so I'm not going to bash you about that, but it's such a good manga, and if you watch the anime is a really good adaptation in my opinion. It's a really good show and a really good manga, and it really does show a lot of real life things that can happen in sports. Yes, there's some unrealistic parts, but every anime has some unrealistic parts. So yeah, I really do recommend this series. It's really good, and I just don't know why it doesn't get as hyped as other sports anime and manga like Eyeshield 21, Slam Dunk, Haikyuu, Major. Major is also in this category of it should get a little more hype, but I feel like Major gets more hype than Ace of Diamond. So I can't really say it, but I really do think that this is my favorite sports anime and or manga. I really do enjoy Slam Dunk. I really do enjoy Haikyuu, and I haven't read or watched Eyeshield 21 yet. I'm really excited to read it. I'm waiting to find a good deal on it, but I still really do think this is my favorite sports anime and manga, and I might make a greatness of it in the future or just a normal review. But it's only one. Actually, I say it's 151 episodes, and it's around like 40 something volumes if I am correct. But it's such a good read/watch. It's very intriguing and it's very good. So I definitely recommend it. I definitely think the characters are something that's they have all different personalities. They all mesh very well together. And it's a really good cast of characters. Now, the antagonist kind of groups, like not really antagonist groups, but the rival teams and the other teams, they're really good at doing what their job of making you think that it's going to be a loss or actually probably having a 100% chance of winning. They make it so these other teams are able to win/lose. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They are making it so it's not impossible. There's also upsets in this show. They show like number 1 seeds get out early on. Like it's not like they just think, oh, number 1 seeds get to the final no matter what. They're actually making it more realistic that these teams can be upset on any single day. They can get beat by a team that isn't known. It's not impossible for an upset to happen, which is something that's also not shown in other sports anime and manga. Yes, sometimes it happens, but most of the time it's a Cinderella story by the main cast or main group of characters in the main team. But in this series, it's not just the main team that can just pull these Cinderella stories off. There's other teams that can also do that, which is something I really find interesting about this. So yeah, if you really do like sports anime and manga, I definitely do suggest this story, this anime/manga. Super good. I really do enjoy it. I really hope Kodansha prints it in physical format, because Kodansha currently hold the rights of it for digital format. So I really hope in the future they put it into physical format, because if they do, I'm gonna be picking up right away. I also think the spines would be insanely nice of it, so I'd be super hyped if they do that. So yeah, I definitely want them to do it. So Kodansha, I know you're not watching, but I hope you do this soon. I mean, I waited 10 years basically. Well, I didn't wait 10 years. but it's been 10 years for Daily Lives of High School Boys to get physical English volumes. And now it happens, so you never know. It might, even though this series is like 14 years long, you never know. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!